Hey everybody, and welcome to Now Loading, coming to you live from the Ustream Studios in Hollywood, California. I'm Will.
I'm Shane.
And each week we're going to be bringing the latest gaming news, previews, and tonight we're going to delve into a different side of gaming.
All right, and I'll be joining you live in the stream and on the chat, and on Facebook.com/NowLoadingTV, and on Twitter @NowLoadingTV. But first up, headlines.
I have no way to see your face coming back. So this week, Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out, and with it has brought a lot of controversy. One of the biggest things is that later on down the line, Capcom is planning on bringing out DLC for the game. The problem is, the DLC is already on the disc. The characters, the openings, the endings, literally everything as far as characters go is on the disc. Obviously, you can see why people are going to be upset, why they may have to pay for this content down the line. So it's kind of a big controversy, and people are quite upset about this.
Yeah, now, the excuse or the reasoning is they want to have the content quickly available for the people who tend to purchase it down the line, which is understandable, except for when you realize that the argument that they've made about DLC in the past is that the whole reason that they can do DLC on day one and why it's not part of the main game is that they need the additional time to put it out. But if that additional time still allows them to put it right into the disc when it comes out on day one, then obviously that point is moot. And it's clear at this point that all they're doing is holding off parts of the game that could have been in the main game and holding it off just so they can be a revenue generator later on down the line.
Exactly, and one of the major issues that I have with this game is that there's 12 new characters for the console version, which costs $60. And they're also going to be out for the PlayStation Vita version, which is only $40. So when the DLC comes out, I'm going to have to pay extra money for my $60 game when I could have already had the things for $40. It just doesn't make sense in my book.
Right, yeah. Having to pay more for something that is available for free on another version of the game on another console is definitely counterintuitive, and obviously they're trying to push the PS Vita version to give it a little bit more of a boost and to get this new console kind of off the ground. But all they're doing is hurting their existing established fans by doing it this way.
Exactly, and there's a lot of fighting games that are coming out this year, so I would not be surprised to see a huge backlash from this.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So next up, we've got some more angry DLC news with Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 came out this week due to rave critical reviews, scoring in the high 80s and 90s for most of the major review sites. However, fans were not quite as happy. Given the controversy with the From Ashes Day 1 DLC, the Metacritic score for Mass Effect 3 has been tanked, nerfed into the ground, so to speak. Basically, users were putting out review scores in the 2s and the 1s and the 3s, calling it one of the worst possible games of all time because of this. It was also uncovered this week that the From Ashes DLC is actually included in the disc. So the entire argument that they made about we need that additional time, it's all part of a different process, it's a different team, it was all just a smokescreen. Obviously, they had it on the disc. They could have included it in the game if they'd chosen to. They chose not to, and now they're suffering the consequences of a very, very angry populace. Add on top of that the fact that Origin is EA's new DRM-focused distribution method for PCs, and you basically have a recipe for making it as impossible. That's impossible. As incredibly unpopular to fans as humanly possible. This is exactly why people torrent games. I'm not saying you should do it, but when it's easier to get it for free and you have less hoops to jump through and you get more stuff as a result, people are going to go that way. And this is a lesson that the gaming industry needs to learn if they want to continue to be relevant going forward.
Exactly, and I don't know if they've done it for Mass Effect 3 quite, but I know that they have for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where hackers have already gone into the disc and the characters are available.
Yep.
So basically, for customers who are paying and trying to be loyal, we have to wait longer and pay more to be loyal to you? That just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Pretty much, that's all that can be said about it. They're doing everything they can to push us towards piracy. They're doing everything they can to make it less appealing for us to actually participate in a market commerce, relationship with them.
Yeah. And on to some good news for somebody who actually does understand how to treat their consumers correctly. Gabe Newell, the creator of Steam and Valve, has officially become a billionaire.
Boom!
$1.5 billion he has made, and he is now on the Forbes list of billionaires. I gotta say, congrats. You obviously deserved it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny enough, I didn't know this about him, but he actually used to work for Microsoft. He cashed in his stock options and then founded Valve in the 90s. But his customer service is top-notch, beyond anybody else that you could possibly find. He actually will, if you email Gabe at gaben@valve.com, I think his email address, he will email you back.
Yeah.
And that's probably why Half-Life 3 is taking so long to come out, is he's actually responding to all of our emails. But, that kind of direct interaction with your fans is something that no other company in the industry, save maybe Blizzard, but even it's usually their community managers. But I've never seen an executive that's gone so far to talk to the fans and engage the community, and Gabe is a great example of that, and that's why we love him so much.
Exactly, and to express our love, I have written a poem for you, named Dear Gabe. From whacking head crabs with the world's best crowbar, to using a portal gun to reach places that are afar, building countless centuries with my wrench, or blowing up boomers to avoid their stench. These, combined with the glorious Steam store, have put you on the Forbes billionaire list as number 854. You've made PC gaming so much fun. Now build a console and we'll make you number 1.
All right, so the restraining order is probably going out now, but that's awesome. So lastly, in other good community news, World of Warcraft is doing everything they humanly can to get rid of your social life. They've reintroduced what's known as the Scroll of Resurrection. This is a ability that existing players, such as myself, could use to get a friend to come back into the game.
Such as myself.
Such as him. And by doing so, I get a cool, awesome mount. But what they've really done is sweeten the deal by giving to the returning player a free level 80 character, basically what an existing character you've got, bounce you all the way up to the previous max level, give you a free copy of what's called the latest expansion, Cataclysm, basically get you all the way up there, and there's some other cool thing that I can't remember. Also a third thing. But basically, they've just really sweetened the deal for subscribers to bring you back into the game. WoW had suffered last year from a loss of subscribers, and this new offering is definitely a great way to excite people. It actually, on its first day last week, the authentication servers crashed because so many people were signing up for it. So this looks like this is going to be a big boon for them, and tied in with the annual pass program, which gives you, by pledging to subscribe for a year, gives you a free copy of Diablo 3 and gives you access to the Cataclysm beta and a free, pretty awesome mount. Tie these two programs together, and they've got a recipe for a long, loyal fan base. And it's a great game, and they do a great job with it. So I expect that World of Warcraft is going to be balancing out their subscriber list for some time to come. And I guess I'm never going to go on a date again.
That's fine. I mean, the level 80 boost in itself, is amazing, because how many times? I'm sorry. There are many times when people come in and say, hey, that's fantastic that you're playing with us, but I'm level 80, so I'll see you when you get there.
Right.
Well, now I'm there, and I can play right with them. Now, the only issue that I may see is gear, but...
They've solved that too. They give you a free slot of gear for all of your, basically free level 232 gear, which is basically the next max level for that level. So, yeah, free gear.
Well done, Blizzard.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've solved every issue, aside from getting us dates.
All right. Now, let's take a look at some games to come with our segment of previews.
So my top pick for this week is Assassin's Creed 3. The setting takes place in a Revolutionary War America and appears to have a few iconic Americans to join them in the setting. So check it out.
at hand which must determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. Our cruel and unrelenting enemy leaves us only the choice of brave resistance or the most abject submission. We have, therefore, to resolve to conquer or die.
Free collectible steelbook with pre-order while supplies last.
All right, next up we've got my pick. This is going to be from developer Maxis, one of the classics in the industry. This is a reboot of SimCity. SimCity was one of the biggest games of the 90s and led to the franchise The Sims.
Peggy 12.
Which is one of the biggest selling franchises of all time. But SimCity is where it all started, and it is a fantastic series that I cannot wait to play again. So take a look.
So here's a little bit of a brief glimpse as to what you're going to be seeing here pretty soon. So join us after this break. So, welcome back, and as you can see, we have a board game, which is actually the 1982 version of Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So to give you a brief rundown as to what's going to be happening is, well, we'll kind of explain it how it goes down. I am joined by Richard Wells.
Hi there.
And Dick Gertis, two fellow gamers. In fact, Dick Gertis' wife just texted him during the World of Warcraft story and said, "Don't even think about it." We're thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go ahead and get this started. I am going to be the red Mario down here. What we're going to do is roll both of the dice, the red and the white. The white tells me how many moves I can make. So I have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lucky for me, the red dice says Kong rests. So he's just going to go ahead and sit there. Go ahead and roll the dice,
Okay.
Shane.
All right, so I am obviously going to be the Luigi of this game. Let's see, 3 and 5. So I'm going to move up 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, climbing the ladder.
And you get an unlimited space, so you get a card.
So
I get a card. Does this one goes face up?
Face up.
All right, so let's go ahead and help you out here. Everything that's on here, all the barrels have to move 5 spaces.
Oh, God,
so
this is
let's
going to
just
take
go
some
ahead
time.
and start from
Okay.
the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, no, 3.
5.
Yeah. Can barrels jump over other barrels?
Don't leave that one.
No.
It goes a space ahead of the barrel that it would
Yeah,
have
so
landed
go
on.
ahead and
Okay.
jump it. Yeah.
There we go.
And then we deploy a new barrel.
Oh!
Oh!
Donkey's
Oh!
dropping
Look at that.
barrels.
Boom.
All right, so Mr. Wells.
All right.
So let's go ahead and go into a little bit of what we were talking about before with the Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And those of you in the chat, of course, we would love to hear your opinions and what you guys think about the DLC being on the disc. You know, on the one hand, I don't mind the DLC being on the disc in order to facilitate when the motion has to happen when the DLC comes out. But my biggest problem is that the paying for it, you know, paying for extra characters. And
It's you.
I rolled. Oh, look at me being silly. So yeah, what do you guys think about it?
I don't even think you were interested in that game whatsoever.
I don't own the game, so
Well, that is a statement in and of itself.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about it. I mean, for the people who flame about it on the internet, you don't have to pay for it when it comes out. And if it's going to facilitate, you know, letting me play online against characters who've already downloaded, people who are using those characters, and I don't have it, that's fine with me too.
Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and drop another one. Move. Shane, you are up.
Oh, I'm up already? Jeez. Okay.
It's fast-paced adventure.
Exactly.
Daddy needs a new pair of overalls.
Oh, congrats. And you get to move one spot.
Yep.
Get another card.
Card me.
So now
Hammer time.
Now the point of this game is actually not you know, you don't have to get to the top. I mean, when you get to the top, does not mean that you automatically win. It's all point based. Basically, whenever you it's Wells' turn.
it's Wells' turn.
Whenever you encounter a barrel, like I'm one space from doing, I have to use one of these cards in order to defeat or jump that barrel, and that gives me how many points are on the card. So that's pretty much it. Ooh, 6 and 6. 5, 6. All right, you get a red card.
And now we get to move all these 6
All right,
spaces.
move.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now someone's going to be getting hit
Yeah, exactly.
here.
Both of us are actually. So go ahead and move those top ones so we can go ahead and now's the nitty gritty of it. All right, so 2.
Other way,
I'm
other
sorry.
way.
Yeah.
2,
The rules get really
4,
confusing, and this is the
6.
part where my eyes started glazing over.
All right, so
Uh-huh.
all of our cards are going to be going. Okay, so 1, 2. So you and I both need to flip
Well,
a card.
hold on. We don't know if the barrel moves yet, because what card are you going to... If you're going to use a hammer, you're going to destroy that barrel.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the hammer. Go ahead
So-
and blow this one up.
So
So-
you've spent your points. You've
All right.
sacrificed 200 points to barrel him.
No, you gain. He
4,
gains 200 points by using
5, 6.
Oh.
it. The object is to use the
So
cards.
you need to flip a
Okay.
card.
Jump.
Jump. Okay. And so the last one, 2, 4, 6. Oh, I
Ooh.
get saved.
See, Will,
Until I
by
roll
using a
again.
hammer, you prevented someone else from being able to
Yeah.
get points.
All right. Let's go ahead and keep on going on this. All right.
Oh, we're not
1
doing
and...
finals.
Okay, so I have to jump it. So I guess I land here because I would land on the barrel.
Exactly.
So I get a red card. So that's nice.
Will's already got friggin' 3 cards to
Yeah,
go
but
over.
I'm also almost out of cards. So here you go, Mr. Shane. What does the chat think about the DLC issue?
Let's see, first 2 and then Kong's rest.
All right.
Where did I go?
I think you're here, right?
Yeah.
So if you go 2,
2.
you get another card.
Oh god, I'm scared of the barrel. But we've got some people who don't have an opinion yet, and that's okay too.
Yeah, of
And
course.
some just concerning about what the difference is in the type of the DLC. For example, the DLC in this, as opposed to a game like Gears of War 3, is additional characters and additional character costumes, things of that nature. So that's some of the differences that you'll find in fighting game DLC. But the big difference is the fact that it's included in the PS Vita version at no additional charge.
Yeah,
and
that
that's what
bugged
really
me.
has people upset, is that there's
Okay.
another
First, go ahead and
console
jump it.
that's getting that additional content for free. When another console who has to pay more for the game in the first place is having to pay more for the DLC. So that's
So it's
that's
gonna
why some people are irked by the
And
concept. But
this
it's
one's gonna
definitely
be
a
1,
controversial issue. There's people on both sides of the argument, and for years to come, we're going to be going into this sort of like
So you
split
need to pick
opinion
something.
on DLC. There are going to be people that are for it, and there are going to be people that are against it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to take some time for us to find out if the market will continue to support this kind of business model.
The barrel's at you. What do you choose? Jump or hammer?
Oh gosh, I have a decision to make. Okay, so I can jump over it.
Yeah.
Or I can hammer it. I got like 5 hammers, so it's hammer time.
All right.
Nice.
So there you go.
Can't touch this.
All right. And I think we're good. All right.
All right, yeah. New barrel deployed. Yep.
Oh, good. Oh, look at me trying to jump my turn.
So my question is about that DLC. It's on the disc, so is it really DLC?
Exactly. Now you encounter 2 barrels, so you need to make decisions on these barrels.
I jumped over it.
Then did you flip your?
Yeah, flip your jump cards.
Points.
Yeah. Wait.
You flip,
You flipped 2.
Points.
There you go. Wait until you see what happens next time. You seeing about them points. Oof. All right, I'm gonna go.
you're
up
really good
1.
at getting those ones there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I think the important thing to think about is that we're not going to have to come out with a super duper ultra mega Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and that's what I'm more concerned with. I don't mind paying another $10, $20 plus to get the additional characters that are already on the disc. I just don't want to have to buy another disc. I don't want to have to buy
misuse.
Super Version and Tournament Edition and all those other
What'd you
editions.
use?
Thank you,
Hammer.
Street Fighter.
All right,
3,
so
4, 5.
let's go ahead and switch on to a happier subject. We'll start off with you, Mr. Wells. What is your favorite gaming company of all time?
Gaming company?
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore to the Nintendo.
Okay.
But I would say
I'm barreling whoever blue is right now.
I'm a blue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a hammer on that one.
All right.
But I would say probably of late, I'm pretty fond of Valve.
Okay. All right.
You know, big huge Portal fan. I'm not a huge zombie person, but I did enjoy the Left 4 Dead games.
Yeah.
But yeah, Valve has always just been, ever since Half-Life,
Whoever's
it's always
next.
been like one of my most favorite gaming companies.
I'll
I
second that.
understand. Okay, so you're going to go with Valve too, Dick?
No, I mean, I'm going to be the polar opposite. I'll be the devil's advocate. I was always a Sega man as
Oh.
a kid growing up.
Okay.
There's Nintendo boys, and then there's Sega men.
Oh.
That was me. Sonic, Rystar, Cyborg Justice, all those classic games. I love them.
All right. 6 here.
You skipped my turn.
Did I really?
It's okay.
No. I know exactly where I was, so you go for it. You know what? I'm going to go with... there's going to be 2 that I actually go with. It's, first off, obviously, Valve. Valve is actually, you know, in my opinion, is dominating everything right now. You know, from financial to games, everything. But another one that I cannot wait to see something come from is Supergiant Games, the guys behind Bastion. That was one of my favorite games last year, and so I'm really excited to see what they come out with. So I'm gonna go up 1 more, and now we're doing 5 on the barrels. 2, 4, 5.
I'd also like to see what next Mojang has up his sleeve.
Oh yeah, he's got quite a few things up his sleeve. From he actually just hired a bunch of the mods a bunch of the people that had made mods for his game.
I already did that one.
Oh, did you?
You're good
All
with
right.
that one.
Shane, you are up, sir.
All right, and also my favorite gaming company is going to come as no surprise to the people that know me very well is Blizzard. Ever since Warcraft 2, which is when I started playing, I've been a huge fan.
You went the back.
I went the wrong way. I'm sorry.
Actually, technically,
You can go the other way if you want to go
But
up the ladder.
oh, because then I can go up the ladder. Yeah. I see. I was looking for the ladder. They're all trying to fool me. They're trying to trick me. All right, so I'm moving everything down.
3. Yeah.
1, 2.
So whoever's
3.
blue's got a barrel
1, 2,
coming their way.
3. 1, 2, 3.
So
1,
we got
2,
a
3.
barrel 1, 2, 3.
I'm hammering in that barrel, so it's
Okay.
going loaded up.
You and your
load it up.
hammers.
All right.
I don't want to hit that
we already
fireball
move
barrel.
that?
I'm
you
gonna
have to move that
last.
one.
I didn't move that
Okay, I'm
one.
going to hammer it.
All right.
I crushed it.
It's gone. All right.
See, we haven't gotten the fire barrel yet, so
Yeah, I know.
nothing's
This is
coming
kinda
after
I'm
it.
kind of
Crazy.
afraid of that. Yeah.
When do the
Yeah.
fireballs come out?
When a barrel has to hit the fire barrel.
Yeah, barrel. But we've been destroying them all like they're candy.
Nice.
Well, I pulled like 4 hammer cards right when I started
Yeah.
the game. I'm done. So who's next is
sweet.
goes after me.
All right. So, well, let's go ahead and go into a little bit of a sub-context of that. Favorite game?
I mean, growing up, I used to love playing, like I said, Cyborg Justice and stuff like that. But
Apparently, a bunch of those are about to come out for Wii. I know that they're bringing Gunstar Heroes. So,
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Of course, they'll never do. Although it's Nintendo, they'll never do Earthbound.
Or the sequel. You know, we'll never see that here in
No.
America.
Oh, Mother?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've never seen Mother.
Forget
I would just put the one down there.
Yeah.
But you know, and nobody's even mentioned. I mean, growing up, I loved playing Doom and Wolfenstein and
Yeah.
all those classic games.
Are we doing 3 on all?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All right.
All right. Mr.
All
Grace.
right. Come on, 6s.
Oof.
1, 2, 3. Nope.
Now hold. Be careful,
hold on
because you gotta. Oh,
You don't have any
I don't have
cards.
You don't
Jump
want to
cards?
do that. You do not want to do what you're doing. Okay. You have
Then I'm
3.
gonna go back.
1,
Yeah.
2.
Oh, right. I see.
3.
I
I would
go up
say
the
just
ladder.
that.
That's right. I
But
forgot about the
now,
ladder.
but now he has to lose a card, right? Because he doesn't have one.
He has to lose a card because he has to go over
Yeah.
that barrel.
Who gets
so
the
it's
card?
up to you. No, it
No,
goes back
in the
pile.
bottom of the deck.
Because it
alright.
was your
I
turn.
get to choose?
No. You randomly pick one. All right, let's do this one.
If anybody watches
not
How I
bad,
Met Your
not
Mother,
bad.
this reminds me of Marsh Gammon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Boop. All right, so that's gonna be Luigi. Luigi, you want to use a hammer or jump?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna jump it.
Okay. So pick whichever one you want.
Now it's coming at red.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's one more
And I will
stop.
jump it as well.
Okay.
All right.
Whew!
Then it's going to go all the way to the end.
All right.
Watch yourself.
Show me what
Do
you're
we need to do
working with.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and.
So
Come on.
is one barrel red? Is that what's going on?
Oh no. I'm gonna get beat up really bad right now. 1.
Ow.
And so Luigi.
I'm gonna hammer it.
Oh.
It's ham time.
Oh wait, you know. I'm
No?
sorry. I get to move 1 because we're on the same spot.
Oh, very funny.
So I get my card.
All right. Well,
All
I'm
right.
gonna hammer.
Okay. So that one's destroyed.
Whew!
Oh,
All right. And let's go ahead and 3, 4. You got to use one more. Do you want to jump or hammer it?
I'm gonna jump it now. Let me ask you guys. In your experiences of playing the many games we've played over the years, what is your favorite genre? Like, if you had to pick a particular type of game, what would you say your favorite is and why?
Yeah.
Well, do you consider platformer to be a genre?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of platformers. They're all different, and they all have like their ups and downs. But that's pretty much what I started with in the '80s. You know, I mean, playing Mario Brothers and Mario 3, and
Of course.
I never lost my taste for it. It's still something that I always search for.
Yeah.
And when I find those games, I kind of latch onto them.
Yeah, and recently Rayman Origins came out, which people are considering one of the best platformers of this generation. So,
it's quite enjoyable.
yeah, exactly.
I've only seen it. I actually have not played it.
I made you watch
Infectious
it.
Cav agrees with you. He says Mega Man is the shiznit.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Mega Man.
And what about you, Dick?
Action-heavy RPGs. I don't like too many JRPGs, but I mean, I like Final Fantasy VII was a nice mix for me. And I mean, the Fallout series is enjoyable. I've barely even scratched Skyrim lately.
Oh,
It's so deep.
yeah.
I could just pickpocket everyone and never even kill a dragon.
Personally, it's going to be fighting games. No surprise. Pretty much they drive my adrenaline. You know, it's insane. You know, they have a tournament every year in Las Vegas, and it's awesome. And you, Shane?
For me, it's real-time strategy games. That was what
okay.
really got me into the PC gaming market. Was when Command & Conquer first came out. I remember reading the previews for it on PC Gamer magazine back in like '94, and we had just gotten our first new computer. It was a Pentium 100 with I think it was 2 megabytes of RAM. It was such a top of the line machine. But it played Command & Conquer beautifully, and getting to see that fully realized world with the near future warfare, and then playing Warcraft 2 when it came out, it had me absolutely hooked. I lost entire summers to those games, and of course the original StarCraft. So that's definitely my jam. If I had to pick one game genre, that's what it would be.
All right.
It's a hard question.
So I think that's going to pretty much wrap us up for this week. We're going to keep on busting barrels and collecting points. So be sure to join me on Tuesday when I will probably be playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday, we'll be joining Shane. Do you have any idea what you're going to be going with?
Well, I may just have to dance for half an hour, but we'll find something fun to play. It probably won't be a fully blown game because my computer co-op is a possibility, but my computer just doesn't seem to like gaming and streaming all at once. I've built a $2,500 rig, and somehow I still can't do both.
Well, you could play Invisible DDR. There you go. Just It's not. All right, so that's going to wrap us up. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And we're going to keep on going. So have a good week, everybody, and see you Tuesday.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, Monday we have top picks.
Good save.
Smooth.